Hey yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome to my yoga time. Today's in class we're going to focus on releasing tension in the upper body and the shoulders. So before we begin, we're going to do a little bit of nerve tensioning. So we never want to stretch the nerves. However, they should be able to glide freely. And sometimes they can become entrapped or there can be adhesions and they get stuck. And that's when we can experience nerve pain. And it's quite common in a yin practice if there's something going on with the nerves that they can feel, the postures can feel a little achy, a little nervy. So I thought we might address some nerve tensioning before we move into those yin postures. So for this class, I've got 2 blocks close by. I've also got a yoga bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can improvise with a really solid pillow or even a big blanket that's rolled up will do the trick as well. So when you're ready, come to a seated position. It doesn't matter what you do with the legs, just sit yourself comfortably, prop yourself up on your block, and we'll take the arms out to the side. So what I want you to do is push through the heels of the palms and try and pull the fingertips back towards the ribs. And from there, just turn your shoulders forward and down, and then try to move the elbows up and back. It's really just a subtle movement and the elbows won't move too much. And pretty quickly you should start to feel a line of heat or a line of tingling down the arms. And of course, if there is any pain or discomfort there, just give that a miss. Do not push through. So we'll just hold that for another breath or 2. Try to keep the jaw relaxed. And from there, lift the palms. We'll take a mudra, connect index finger and thumbs. Roll the wrists, roll the shoulders forward and down. Move the elbows up and back. And again, you should feel a line of heat or tingling, though it should have moved slightly from the previous position. Well done. And from there, we'll turn the palms up again. And we're going to bring the thumbs in towards the shoulders. Roll the shoulders forward and down, elbows up and back. And last one, we'll turn those hands underneath the armpits, shoulders forward and down, elbows up and back. And let's release, give those shoulders a roll. So it's helpful to practice those exercises. I wouldn't do it daily, but certainly once a week or once every couple of weeks. And when you're ready, let's take those hands behind you, interlace those fingers, take the arms over to your left, so elbow pointing to the left, turn your head to the left. Then drop the ear towards the shoulder, so you're lifting the chin diagonally, and you should feel a nice lengthening from the jaw down to the collarbone. So we're not holding this for too long, not quite a yin posture, just for a few breaths. You might like to place the tip of your tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. And keeping the jaw relaxed, though finding a tone in the back of your throat. And let's inhale, bring the head back to center. We'll take those hands over to the right side, elbow pointing to the right, and then dropping the ear towards the shoulder. And let's inhale, bring that head back to center. Releasing those hands now, coming off the blocks. So recruiting your bolster, your pillow, or your rolled up blanket, and positioning your prop across the short side of the mat. So we're going to come down, resting your right shoulder on the floor, extending that arm out in front. Now we want the head to be supported. So if your head doesn't meet the mat with ease, place a block underneath the head for support. And we want to take this left arm overhead. So you could place a block underneath the hand, or maybe the hand comes to the floor. Now, if you have shoulder pain here, bring those palms together instead of taking the arm overhead. And if you feel that your hips need a little support there, you can always position a block in between the thighs instead. Feel free to take a mudra through your right hand. You might like to connect index finger and thumbs. And just closing those eyes down. And positioning the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Keeping the jaw relaxed. And observing the breath moving the body. Notice the body expands with each inhalation. The inhalation beginning to press those lines of tension and tightness. And do pause before you exhale each and every time. Sends a very powerful message to the nervous system. A simple little pause helps to encourage the nervous system into our rest, digest, and heal phase. And if it feels okay for you, try to find another pause at the bottom of the exhalation. So you've now got 4 parts to your breath: the inhalation, the pause, the exhalation, the pause. And let's follow the next inhalation out of the pose. Start to lift yourself up. We're going to change sides straight away. So laying left shoulder onto the mat and the left ear, right arm overhead, or bringing those palms to touch if the right shoulder is in any sort of pain or discomfort. And try to relax the lower back, letting go of any muscles that are holding on. And each time the mind wanders, guide it back to the breath, moving the body. And follow your next inhalation out of the pose. Bringing yourself up. And we'll just move that prop to the side. Coming down now into your puppy pose. So keeping those hips up nice and high, extending the arms in front. Now, if you have an unhappy shoulder, you might choose to practice just one arm. So if my left shoulder is not happy, I'd be using the back of the left palm as my pillow. Otherwise, arms can be extended in front as wide as the mat, or bring the elbows a little closer, taking those hands into prayer above the head. Feel the in-breath creating space in the upper body. And let's lower those arms down now if the hands are in prayer. Lifting the head, coming down onto your navel. And just for a brief moment, we'll extend those arms out in front. You can have those feet as wide as the hips are a little bit wider. Keep the heart lifted. Try and pull the hands back. So you're starting to feel the muscles along your spine engage. From here, we'll take a brief rest. Just let those arms rest next to the body. Turn your head to one side. And when you're ready, lifting up the head and coming up onto those forearms. Some of you might like to recruit a block here for the forehead. So crossing the right arm in front of the left, make sure those forearms are underneath the chin and not further in front. When you're ready, walk the hands as far away as they will comfortably go. And option one, bring the right ear to rest on the bicep. If you are going a little deeper, you'll briefly tuck the toes under. Bring the body forward so that you're laying on the arms and then resting your head on the block. Now palms can face up or down, whichever feels better for your shoulders. And if those palms are facing up, feel free to connect index finger and thumbs once again, finding your mudra. And begin to breathe into the shoulders, behind the heart center. Try to keep the lower body relaxed. And follow your next inhalation out of the pose, lifting up the head. Gently take those arms by your side. So we'll come up into a brief locust pose. So arms next to the body, tucking the tailbone under, lifting the chest and the legs. Try to lift through the inner thighs. Lift the chin and move the throat forward. You might even feel the body rock with the breath. When you're already lower down, we'll turn the head the opposite side to last time. Once again, resting with those arms next to the body, palms to face the ceiling. And then coming back to center. So changing sides now, we'll position the left arm in front of the right. Walking those hands as far away as you can. Either resting the ear on the bicep or bringing the body forward, resting the forehead on the block or maybe the mat. And let's inhale to lift up, unraveling those arms. And this time you have the option to take locust pose as we just practiced, or if it's available for you, you can interlace the fingers, tucking the tailbone under and inhale to float the chest and the legs. When you're ready, release those fingertips, lower down and turn your head the opposite side to last time. And from here, let's bring ourselves up briefly to seated. We'll recruit your blocks once again, or if you prefer to use your bolster or your pillow or towel, you could use that across the shoulders as well. So coming down into a supported fish pose. So I've got those two blocks running parallel to one another, and I'm going to position that bottom block directly underneath the shoulders. So if you need to lighten this pose, you can always take the block a little higher underneath the head, or if you're going deeper, remove the block and just have one underneath the shoulders. So if your lower back is catching your awareness here, let's keep those knees bent. Otherwise, feel free to straighten and relax those legs. Arms, taking them out to the side as high as they'll comfortably go. Be sure to turn the palms to face the ceiling. Option to find a mudra once again. You might choose to connect index finger and thumbs. And as you close the eyes down, be sure to soften the forehead. And feel as though you're breathing in and out from the heart center. When you're ready to release the pose, we'll bend those knees, turning the arms down, tucking in the chin, coming halfway up, remove your block, and then reclining once again. So we'll take just a few moments with those knees bent, feet wide, knees falling into touch, hands can rest on the navel. Just bringing your awareness to the meeting points between the upper body and the mat. From here, we'll take a hold of that block and position it underneath the head. Straighten and relax the legs. So turning the palms to face upwards and tucking those shoulders under. Option again to take your mudra. And from here, I just want you to very slowly rock the head from side to side. And it's helpful to coordinate that with the breath. So you might exhale over to the side and then inhale, coming back to center. Exhaling other side. Slow movement, slow breath. Next time you come back to center, we'll hold it there. Remove the block from underneath the head. Coming into Shavasana. Allowing the forehead to soften as the eyes roll back. Tongue and jaw relax. And just noticing any newfound space in the upper body. And let's fill this newfound space with a sense of peace. Inhaling peace. Exhale, release. Inhaling peace. Exhale, release. And let's inhale a little deeper now as we guide our awareness back. Feel free to wiggle toes and fingers, or swallow if the mouth is dry. Follow any urges to move or stretch. And when you're ready, rolling to your preferred side. And bringing yourself up to seated. Thanks, yogis. I hope you enjoyed the practice and you're feeling spacious in the upper body. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Wishing you a lovely day.